It's possible, as long as government officials can use to their own ends the classification privilege of the government. That is, to stamp a document in the national interest if in fact it is not in the national interest. I've often doubted the wisdom of such a blanket use of the classification system in the government, because there are many documents which are classified top secret and even higher than top secret, which are not concerned with the national defense. They're concerned with protecting the reputation or the advocacy position of a particular official who made a recommendation or an executive who decided in behalf of that recommendation. I think that this system of classification has been widely abused, not only by previous administrations, but by all administrations since the system of classification was first employed. It seems to me that there should be a more selective use of the terms top secret and for official use only, and other similar classifications.
How do you think about the way that the youth in all of the minority groups, including the American Indians, the Afro-Americans, and the Mexican-Americans are going about it? Do you have a way you think is better than protest and dissent?
It sure is. I can go to Washington, D.C. with a smile on my face and have honey in my pocket and get what I want. I put the citizenship bill over that way in 1924 when Cal Coolidge was a president. If I go down there with a bottle of vinegar, I'm going to turn everything against me. I don't think that the younger generation is bad, but it's a few bad leaders that gets amongst them and agitates trouble.
read, but apparently he doesn't want to. 10,000 of the people charged with helping Johnny read and learn to read are librarians, and 10,000 of the members of the American Library Association are gathered in Dallas this week to talk about why Johnny can but doesn't read. Librarians are surrounded in books, they're steeped in books, they live with books, and the convention is no exception. Here in Memorial Auditorium, the walls are lined with books. There are 400 booths of books, from book publishers, booksellers, book agents, and authors signing autographs. One of the people who's going to teach youngsters how to use those books is Dr. Ruth Love Holloway, director of HEW's Office of Education's Right to Read program. Dr. Holloway spoke at a noon luncheon today. She issued a challenge to the American Library Association, and before she spoke, I talked to her about that challenge.
Oh, I definitely feel that most children in this country can read and can learn to read. The problem is they are not reading. And even in some instances where children actually have the skills of reading, they are not reading. They don't have the desire to read for a multiplicity of reasons. It's not a simplistic kind of problem, but most people who have average intelligence can in fact learn to read, and most people have average intelligence.
Then why aren't the children reading?
Well, as I indicated, that there are a variety of reasons for it, and without trying to place blame, because I don't really like to do that. I think the issue is one of finding resolutions rather than placing blame. But one of the reasons it seems to me that they are not reading is because, as I indicated, we have not tailored the program to meet their needs. We've not always made available the kind of exciting materials that are necessary.
The American Library Association's convention is going to talk not only about books, but about youth, about people and their problems as they concern books. And they'll take the rest of the week here in Dallas to do so. Phil Reynolds, Channel 8 News on the Move at Memorial Auditorium.